This morning is Heather Sandy from the Idaho State Civic Symphony, and today we'll be talking about their upcoming performance on this Friday. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, it sounds like you guys have a really fun performance in the works. Tell us about it.
We do. So this weekend is our annual Pops concert, which is the big fundraiser for our symphony. And we have a group called Mariachi Champana Nevin. And this is a group from San Diego that is comprised of some Mexican guitars and trumpet and a vocalist who is joining us on stage. And it's, like I said, it's unlike anything many of those that attend the symphony are used to. It's even new for us as players, new rhythms, new sounds, some new instruments that we've never played with before. And so it's really kind of an interesting, eclectic mix for an evening at the symphony.
So where did this idea come up to join with the mariachi?
So this group has actually performed in Idaho Falls several times, and so due to popular demand to the city north of us, we opted to have them try and come to Pocatello. And in fact, some of the members of our orchestra, our former conductor, Dr. George Adams, who is our bassoon player, has worked with them before, and so invited them to come down. And interestingly enough, they are also performing in Idaho Falls Saturday night, so we are sharing this guest artist for an entire weekend of warm weather music.
Now, some people may not know what mariachi music is really like, and you said even if you've heard it at a Mexican restaurant, this is quite a bit different, the classical mariachi. Tell us about that.
Right, so in this you'll hear bird sounds, you'll hear some of the traditional classical instruments, but in different ways and different rhythms and different sounds. And there's the opening number is some poetry that the Jeff Nevin has arranged and orchestrated. And so again, there's some interesting sounds that come with it. Not to say that you won't hear some very traditional Mexican sounds. And in fact, yesterday we spent the day, we took them up to, or out to American Falls to the high school out there, and we had a crowd full of kids that were singing along to La Bamba or Babamba or whatever how you pronounce that. And so it's one of those that just gets you rousing and moving in your seat. And again, what makes this unique is that you now have the added element of the symphony, an 80-piece orchestra sitting behind them and joining in. So.
And speaking of the symphony and the orchestra, how have they enjoyed this collaboration?
You know, it's really, like I said, I think we are comprised of volunteers, we're comprised of ISU faculty, and also of students. And so this exposes them to something that is not traditionally done. So I think they've all really enjoyed this experience.
And like you said yesterday, the kids were singing along, and it was kind of described as you'll have your toe tapping or maybe even shedding some tears. So what is the atmosphere going to be like?
I think it's just an emotional kind of a thing, and you can't help but want to start clapping, and you can't help but feel some of the emotion. And of course, you have the beautiful vocalist who you feel the emotion. And I should mention that, as I did say, that this is a fundraiser. We want the audience to feel involved, so we have a huge raffle going on beforehand. In fact, we did have a Valentine dinner, which is completely sold out. But we have prizes and trips to Utah. We've got a cabin in Montana. Molinelli's has donated some beautiful diamond rings that raffle tickets are being sold for those. And so this is kind of the opportunity that we do to support the community by doing those outreach events and taking these artists to the local schools. Ticket sales don't completely pay for those kinds of things, and so this fundraiser is very important to the symphony.
And for those who've never been to the symphony, I feel like this would be a really good show to go to. Not only does it seem like it's a little more upbeat, a little different, but you also do have all of those opportunities with the fundraisers that are going on.
Right, it's a fun evening, and those husbands out there or wives that have missed the planning on Valentine's Day, this makes a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, there you go. Now you
wink,
have an opportunity for Valentine's
That's
Day.
Right. Go outside the box and do something unique. Lots of brownie points.
Where can people go for more information and for tickets?
Certainly. So you can go to our website at www.thesymphony.us, and the ISU box office has tickets available at 282-35